Joey Wilson is a family man living in Sacramento, California. He and his family have resided there for several years, and for the most part, life has been stable and uneventful. But recently, something unusual has been happening around their home, something involving a woman Joey refers to as his neighbor. According to Joey, an elderly woman has repeatedly been seen peering at him from behind the bushes in his yard. Concerned that she might be lost or confused, he once contacted the police. When officers arrived, however, there was no sign of her. No footprints, no disturbed branches, nothing to indicate someone had been hiding there. Still, Joey managed to capture something on camera.
Look, dude, she couldn't find her way over there, so now she's over here. She's back in here trying to fucking find a way into my property. Do you see her? Look at that face. Oh my god. It's right there staring at me. Dude, how fucking scary is that shit? Oh my god, dude. What the fuck? She's crawling through all this shit, bro.
A face can be seen peeking out from the bushes. The figure resembles an older woman, but something about her feels off, whether it's her pale complexion, the unnatural way she moves, or the fact that she keeps appearing in the same exact spot. The encounters have been unsettling enough that Joey installed a fence to block access to that area. Even that didn't stop the sightings. In a more recent photo he took, what appears to be a hand can be seen resting on a branch in the very location where the woman had previously been spotted. Some claim a face is also visible in the image, though that remains debatable. It could simply be a trick of lighting and imagination. However, when it comes to the video footage, that explanation becomes harder to accept. The movement is clearly visible. According to Joey and others who have reviewed the clips, there's something genuinely disturbing about what's happening. Whatever this woman is, or whatever her intentions may be, the bigger question remains: why is she watching this family? Late one evening, in a secluded area of the Cumberland Plateau in Alabama, a homeowner's security system was activated by unusual motion detected in the backyard. The resident, who lives on a quiet rural property far from neighbors, began receiving motion alerts from several cameras at once.
It's probably that coyote.
Right there. What the heck?
Is that coyote?
No.
That's not a coyote. That's a person. I'm gonna get the shotgun.
Where's the dog?
Wow.
Well, you better go now.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. The rooster's not too happy. Where's the dog? There's the dog. Why is she in her freaking pen?
Look.
What the? Oh my god. Yeah, but you see where it's standing?
Yeah, it's looking in the window at you.
It's out her window. What?
It's a good way to get shot in the face.
And the dog's just staring.
So why is the damn dog not barking?
Its behavior was anything but typical. Rather than simply walking past the house or attempting to force entry, the figure was seen sprinting, crouching low, and weaving through the tree line in movements that appeared erratic and unnatural. Even more unsettling, it was recorded from several different angles across multiple cameras over a significant span of time. The continuity between perspectives only intensified the mystery. The location itself made the situation even stranger. The home sits in an isolated area surrounded by dense forest, with no nearby roads or visible footpaths. It's difficult to imagine someone casually wandering through that terrain, especially in the middle of the night. Some viewers online speculated that the footage might have been generated using artificial intelligence, pointing to the figure's eerie appearance and strange movements. However, AI-generated clips are usually short and often fail to maintain consistency across different viewpoints. In this case, the same entity appeared simultaneously across multiple camera angles in real time, making that explanation less convincing. Other theories suggested it could have been a prank, or perhaps someone under the influence of drugs or alcohol. But as the video gained traction, darker interpretations began to circulate. Given that the property lies within the Appalachian region, some connected the sighting to local folklore, including reports of cryptids and legends involving humanoid creatures said to roam the forests. While those ideas may seem far-fetched, many viewers were left struggling to rationalize what they had seen. As of now, none of the theories have been confirmed. The identity of the figure remains unknown. There have been no additional sightings and no definitive answers. All that remains is the chilling footage of something moving through the woods in a place where no one should reasonably be. One morning, a homeowner in Texas woke up to find his backyard gate wide open. Curious and slightly alarmed, he checked the security footage from the cameras around his property. What he discovered was deeply disturbing. The video shows a man dressed in a clown costume, complete with a mask and a knife strapped to his waist, casually walking around the home. He peers through windows and tests each door. This incident took place in 2016 during the height of the so-called clown panic, when people across the United States were reporting unsettling encounters with individuals dressed as creepy clowns. While many of those cases turned out to be pranks intended to scare people for fun, some individuals appeared to use the hysteria as cover for more serious and potentially dangerous behavior. This situation seems to fall into the latter category. The man was clearly attempting to break into the house while armed. Fortunately, he was unsuccessful, and eventually left after wandering around the property for several minutes. Despite a police report being filed, nothing came of the case, no arrest and no follow-up. All that remains is the disturbing footage. Two brothers, Will and Weston, had been noticing a suspicious man wandering near their house for several days. Determined to prove they weren't imagining it, they decided to capture him on camera. When the figure appeared again, they split up and began recording from different angles.
What was that? Will! Will!
Weston managed to film a dark silhouette before running off to find Will. Interestingly, the brothers didn't seem terrified. If anything, they sounded excited. Perhaps that's because they had seen the man multiple times before without anything serious happening. It could easily be someone playing a prank. Still, the overall tone and pacing of the footage give the impression that someone genuinely is watching their home. Will later snapped another photo that appears to support their claims. Whoever this individual is, let's just hope he stays in the woods and doesn't move any closer to the house. A man is seen standing completely motionless in the middle of a roadway, while cars drive past, as though nothing unusual is happening. He remains frozen in place. His posture is stiff, his head doesn't turn, and there isn't even the slightest twitch. Viewers quickly began speculating. Some were convinced it was a glitch in the Matrix, a moment where reality itself briefly malfunctioned. Others suggested something supernatural, proposing that an unseen force could be holding him in place. Skeptics, however, offered more rational explanations. Perhaps the man was feeling unwell, experiencing a dissociative episode, or the effect was created through video editing, such as a shutter speed manipulation or a looped segment. In March 2019, a 5-year-old girl from Fair Lawn, New Jersey, was playing with friends near a small creek in a wooded area behind her home, just a short distance from Route 208. Her family had lived there for 13 years and was very familiar with the surroundings, so her parents, Dave Cota and his wife, felt comfortable allowing her to explore nearby. That afternoon, the girl discovered a strange pile of clothing in the woods and immediately ran home to tell her father. The garments appeared to have been cut off someone's body, and dark red stains were visible on the fabric. After confirming that the items were women's clothing, Dave contacted the Bergen County Sheriff's Office, believing the discovery was too unusual to ignore. Although it was the first time the girl had noticed the clothes, they appeared to have been there for several months. That might explain the wear and deterioration, but not the cuts or the stains. Fair Lawn police asked the public for assistance in identifying the clothing, hoping it was merely a cruel prank rather than something more sinister. Unfortunately, no one came forward. Without a clear connection to a crime or a missing persons case, the items could not officially be submitted for forensic testing. To this day, investigators have been unable to link the clothing to anyone. All that remains is the unsettling question of who they belong to and whether the dark red stains point to a tragic outcome. Another strange clip was captured by a woman named Lizzie on her backyard security camera during the night of August 11, 2025. The footage may have recorded one of the most bizarre so-called glitches in the Matrix ever caught on camera. At first, the video shows two women approaching Lizzie's porch, both dressed in matching pink outfits. But earlier in the footage, as they walk up the path, they are clearly wearing entirely different clothing, different colors, patterns, and styles.
It is freaking creepy. 8:41, somebody knocks on the door, and then, hold on. Check out their outfits.
They're wearing two different dresses from what they were wearing.
Is nothing compared to what they were wearing.
And we saw them. It had polka dots. It had the dresses from
go
the...
Go back to the other one.
We literally just saw them and they were wearing...
And, like, go fast forward, like, it changes color. Watch, go fast
right forward. As soon as they get over there out of our porch.
What the heck is this? Is this at 8:41?
Look, they have
and they said they were missionary, you know.
But missionaries don't come at 9 p.m. though. That's
I asked them, you know, that, you know, it's late, and they left. And they said, I'm sorry, not trying to be rude.
The sudden wardrobe change was so jarring that Lizzie chose not to open the door. Instead, she observed everything through her camera feed. The women claimed to be missionaries, but the timing, around 9 p.m., felt suspicious. After a brief exchange through the closed door, they walked away. When Lizzie posted the footage online, it quickly gained widespread attention. Some viewers believed it was evidence of a glitch in reality or a shift in timelines. Others proposed a technical explanation, such as a video compression artifact blending frames from different moments. Whatever the true cause, the clip became one of the most talked about and chilling doorbell camera videos of the year. In another video uploaded to the TikTok account Trail and Flow, a dog named Moose begins behaving anxiously about something concealed in the backyard bushes. The clip serves as a reminder of why it's important to trust your dog's instincts.
Good girl.
Moose was clearly reacting to something her owner couldn't see. Later, he described the moment as one of the creepiest experiences he has ever had. The backyard was completely still and silent, yet an overwhelming sense of dread began to set in. His hair stood on end, and Moose continued growling in different directions, responding to even the slightest sounds or subtle movements in the surrounding brush. While wildlife noises are typically nothing to worry about, something about that particular night felt different, tense, and deeply unsettling.